Live. Quick as a motherfucker.
I'm waiting for the pop up so I can send the link to my mammy.
That's hilarious.
Here we go.
They go to link.
There we go. You know my mama can't search for nothing. I hate to talk about your mama, but
We wasn't look, I made the title of the podcast "The Time to Kill" because we was talking about Billy and shit earlier.
talking about who?
Billy Sorrells.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So I can share this link.
How do I get the captions off Facebook?
The what?
Wait, the what?
They got closed caption on Facebook. What's up, Julie? I asked you to come on the show, but you said no.
Hey Julie.
Captions are good, huh?
It don't be right because you know we talk country.
That's true. Okay. Share.
Y'all. Let me find my brother. I gotta send it to your best friend too, Ken. My cousin Terry.
It's not. Send it to my other best friend, Patreon babe.
Oh, he said he's not gonna be able to come because he playing Mario Kart.
What's up, mama?
Hey, mama, you made it. Big head woman.
Don't talk about that, Saint. Come on in the room, tell the pastor, say, come on in the room. Hit the like button and share and subscribe on all the platforms. Oh, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook up in the room. Tell the pastor, say,
Let's go. Twitch notifications just popped up. We are live on Twitch as well. YouTube, Facebook. Let's get it.
Oh, yeah, Twitch?
Yeah, we just got a Twitch, girl.
I didn't know. Okay, hold on.
I never knew.
What that's from? I want to laugh. What that's from?
Tony
Baker.
Baker.
Oh,
I never knew.
hey, Tony Baker on the Spectrum commercial. I ain't gonna lie, he a little bit better than Kev on the commercials, man.
I love that he brought his cat with him midnight. It's so funny. Oh, mama, this is my best friend, Luela. Since I don't know if you ever put the face to the name, but I know you hear me talk about her a lot. But that's Layla.
Hey. Oh, yeah, the comments pop up right here. That's convenient.
Twitch and YouTube will pop up, but not Facebook.
Okay. Okay, now I'm put it on. Okay, I posted it on Facebook, posted it on Twitter.
I'm laughing at this.
Okay.
So, Ken, how was your week at work? You know, we got to recap the week.
I'm just happy to have a job.
So, as am I.
Last week, the rumors was rolling. They letting go of whole departments.
Oh.
That department gone. That whole team of supervisors gone. Patreon base. Wait, yeah, that's him. Patreon base. Shout out to Great.
Hey, what's up, Shad?
What up?
Okay, so now what was going on with y'all job?
Oh, they was firing everybody. Everybody. They was like, look, we don't need y'all no more. All y'all gone. Now with that, like a lot of people were reassigned, but I'll say that they were making a lot of money, and it's very difficult to go from making this to coming back down to rep level because they were supposed to be the upper echelon of the building. They just
They
thought they
ain't do
were.
nothing.
No, we're just gonna walk around and eat food that the company pays for, and y'all can't eat any of it. Shut up.
Oh,
Right. I still be eating it. I don't care. Y'all got it out. Y'all got it in the break room.
Right.
Oh man. But as long as y'all fine.
We was, but look, I was nervous yesterday because we had a meeting at the end of the goddamn day. I say, Lord, I hope it ain't no bullshit. And it was like I get off at 4:00, and this dude was like, "Yeah, let's have a meeting at 4:00 today." I'm like, I know y'all not gonna make me work all day and then let me go.
Oh, that'd be trash.
I was looking for like I'm finna feel sick. I'm finna look. I was sitting there, Indeed.com, all the little resume monster. What's the name of the places? All that shit. I was glass house. What is glass circle? I don't know what it is. Glass door. I was on all of them. Hey, who take the skills that I have?
Have a backup.
Ken was worried. You was sweating beads over there, huh?
Mhm. I was straight, but I was like, man, that shit crazy. But like the way the people that got fired, all of them were aligned. So I thought, man, somebody cutting corners and fucking some shit up and costing the company millions.
Oh.
Claims ain't getting paid.
Know how that go.
They paying out of pocket. They like, multi millions of dollars and let them claims don't get paid and that come out the company pocket, heads gonna roll. My boy,
Roll ain't the word.
my boy Jim gone, so I ain't safe no more. I gotta be on my P's and Q's. I can't go to the vice president and be like, "Hey, look, man, we need that." He said, "Yeah,
Wait, Jim gone?
yeah, Jim gone."
Man, I like Jim. Jim used to wear them.
Oh.
Jim used to dress crazy as hell, but he was a cool ass dude. Remember one time he came with a suit with crawfish on it, or was it lobsters?
Lobsters or crawfish. He would say crawfish for me, but remember we at the end of the year when they making that money, he wears money pants.
Yeah, he wear the money pants. I liked him because for the Christmas when we had to decorate our Christmas trees, we did a Stranger Things theme and we worked really hard on it and ours was the best and he liked that one the best, but we didn't win and I was mad. So
Oh.
They got a lot of creative people on there. You know, I never participate in those things, but I do reap the benefits of the winnings.
you reap the benefits of the potlucks too.
But speaking of laying off, y'all been seeing this phenomenon of a lot of people quitting their jobs?
Yeah.
It's like
They've
because
been
they've been really underpaid and stuff, and people was like, you know what? And they've been dipping, leaving pieces of paper like all of us quit, so this place is closed. So,
what
see,
was that? Bojangles? Nobody came to work, so we ain't
it
cooking.
was a lot. It's a lot of fast food places and stuff like that, and I don't blame them. Yeah, you getting paid this much to do all that.
They be having to sign like, hey, you can come and work for $11.75 at McDonald's.
Our fast food places out here pay really well.
They pay okay.
No, they on this side of town, you go work at Rudy's, the barbecue place, they paying 15 something.
I want to go work at Buc-ee's. They pay.
Buc-ee's definitely pay.
And
Ooh.
Buc-ee not going nowhere.
Hell
Definitely
no.
not going nowhere.
I was just at Buc-ee's
now.
last weekend. Shit.
Woo.
Hey, going towards Houston, I pass 2.
Mm-hmm.
Stop at them every time. I stop at the one, whatever it is, right outside of San Antonio. I stop at that one, give me a sandwich.
No, they have 3 of them. If you're going to Louisiana, I stop at every single one because it's how I know. If you're going to Louisiana, you stop at the one in Luling. That's the one you're talking about outside of San Antonio at Luling. And also there's a watermelon man that sell watermelons on side the road. Them watermelons be sweet as fuck.
I hate
So-
watermelon.
I'm glad this ain't February because you be cooning like a motherfucker right now. Watermelon.
Shut up. I don't even eat watermelon, but
I
I
know.
like his.
Oh, I love watermelon. Mhm.
I hate it. Ugh. Disgusting.
But the other one is in Katy, and then the last one is in Baytown on the other side of
I
Houston.
never get to Baytown. But no, I do, but I never. That's Baytown's on the way back.
I stop at all of them. I'm sorry. I know I just got in Houston with Katy, and then stop at that one, and then out of Houston and Baytown, I stop at all of them. Be like, you know what? I think I do need something from Buc-ee's.
I used to do that, but I don't do it. I don't stop at all. I stop at the one in Luling, and I never really stop at the one in Baytown unless I'm coming all the way back because I always go to Houston for games because I play semi-professional. Wait, I play football semi-professionally, I might add.
Here we go.
I usually get those two, then go into Baton Rouge. I pass the other one, but it's all good. But let's get started. Yo, what's up, everybody? You know what it is. Another episode with Baby I'm Tripping with Big Ken.
And Joy of the Queen. We got a special guest today. That's my best friend, Wayla Golden, aka LaWayla the artist.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Glad to be here.
I'm glad y'all didn't.
Years ago.
I'm glad y'all didn't do that intro y'all did when we was off air. Thank you.
Oh. Oh, yeah, okay.
I got CTE. I don't remember what I did.
No, because of my hoodie.
Don't remind them.
Because I'll bust it out. It's coming, don't worry.
No. Don't do that, y'all. I'm putting some locks in my hair and the back is not done. So yes, I covered it up. I still got business to handle. So
you got
business. My locks in the closet. I wouldn't have been here.
Alamo Dome, 10 p.m. Joy of the Queen will be fighting anybody from the Cloud Village.
I'm ready.
What do you mean? Now that is gone.
It is. It is no more. That's so funny.
Dissolved and resolved. That's all I'm gonna say.
I just want to say I called it a long time ago.
Well, off that.
Right. Let's get into our first topic of the day, and that is let's talk about some COVID stuff. So we got a few different topics. The first one that we're going to talk about is the fake COVID vaccine card.
California selling them things $20 a pop. It's a bar in California, Carson, California. That sounds like Brandon Lewis. Switching that tie.
Oh God, please don't.
But they selling them things. You want to get a COVID vaccine card? $20. They'll give you both doses.
I ain't shocked.
The thing is, they price is too low. Everything coming up, they need to be selling them things for $100. You want a card?
$75.
$100. And then I saw just today that they were you can get a COVID vaccine card online. They selling them online too.
Yeah, because you know how people are trying to fake now, with the CDC saying you don't have to wear the mask if you get vaccinated. Of course, people try to get them in. Like,
my thing is this: with the whole card and with the whole, you don't have to wear a mask for if you're dosed. Shall I say cloud what?
Oh man,
I don't know. I'm gonna sip my wine on that, and yes, it's not in a wine glass because I don't feel like washing no dishes. So
I swear, there's no R in wash.
Let her be great. That's how she talks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Say your wash.
You see, Rashad Great said, "Cloud who? Cloud what?
Jigga what? Jigga huh?
Jigga who?
I ain't heard that song in so long, but it's like." So the CDC says if you're not fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. They selling COVID cards, but who is the COVID police?
Right.
Who's asking for your ID? Who's doing it?
Ain't no regulations. So it's fit to just be. We gonna be back in lockdown in
tomorrow. Messing around with these people.
Soon and very soon.
Don't get me started on that. Don't get me. Hey, that is that's church anniversaries, the usher board anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming in like soldiers, shoulders.
We are going. I'm like, Jesus Christ. They play all the time.
Don't do me like that, Julie. I love you. You my girl.
Oh.
You don't want to be on the podcast. I'm upset about that because she wants to talk about Gaza. I don't know. I've seen it in passing. I haven't dove into that.
So let's talk about another point with jobs. We were just talking about how some places are paying good, some places aren't. Well, according to Joe Biden, he said people that's been on unemployment, y'all better start taking them jobs or y'all gonna lose y'all benefits.
In
How
Louisiana,
y'all feel about that?
in Louisiana, they're trying to pay people to go back to work. They're trying to incentivize them by, I forgot the denomination. I'm gonna tell you this, guys. I've been lacking on the research. I've been reading it in passing, and I just be like, that'll be a good topic, and then go on to something else. But paying people to go back to work, you got to be some money.
I've heard a lot of jobs offering sign-on bonuses. So when you do
Yeah.
accept the job, they'll give you a bonus starting out,
That's
whether
all
it's
I
like
know.
500 to 1,000 or whatever,
That ain't
depending
even
on the
no-
job.
That ain't even no money though.
I mean, if you can get it right then and there, then yeah, I would do it because when you start a
People
job, they got a
desperate.
whole 2 weeks and all that stuff. And if
Them
once you
motherfuckers
start
don't-
working,
They might make you. They might have a period, for your benefits. The 90 days for your period.
That's true.
90
Mhm.
days for your
For your
benefits.
bonus.
Yeah, for your benefits and stuff. So it'd be like, yeah, come to work, but you're gonna be here for a minute before we give you this money. We just gonna be sitting there day one, day two, $1,000. Shit,
Yeah.
motherfucker, you applying and quitting. Serial job getters. I know a serial job getter. You can't keep one, but she can get one.
That's
I
funny.
know a few people like
I
that
should
too.
have said they, not she, because I don't have too many friends. So process of elimination.
Uh, yeah, but my thing with that is the problem I have with that is you just pretty much saying, okay, you get what you get, you gotta, do this. And I feel like some people can deny if I don't want to work this job, I have the right not to. It might be trash people running it, it might be just not good pay,
I'll tell you,
probably work long hours. Like some people I gotta understand it is 2021. People be wanting to have their mental health great and they don't want their job to like drain from that and stuff like that. So people they're looking for jobs, but maybe they're like, I'm looking for something that fits me and my life better. But
Right.
for them to just say, oh, you gotta, I don't know. It's just
But with that being said, I'm gonna play employers devil advocate. Motherfuckers be wanting these jobs and wanting this pay with no goddamn skills.
That's not true.
I want to make $6,000, but I ain't really, I'm not applying myself. I don't want to come to work. I don't want to do the job properly, but I want to make this money. The
well,
thing
you
about
read
it,
through them type of people.
but the thing is, I tell anybody, the more money you make, the less work you do.
Yeah.
Per se, because when I was working on a government job, I can tell you this, I was robbing them blind. But it was all in the parameters of my job. All I had to do was sit there. Now, could I have been killed on my job? Yes. But for the most part, I really just sat there and, check people in, been vigilant and observe and report. But I really didn't do anything for $6,000 a year. Nothing.
I put it like this.
I was
I gave one of my companies, and I'm gonna say their name because they did me wrong. I gave United Healthcare 6 long years of my life. Okay. As many times as I was up for promotion, as many stuff as I did, filling in for my supervisors, training classes, and not.
Hold on, Tom. She said as many stuff as I did. I think she meant to say as many things as I did, or maybe as I do.
Oh,
Back to you, Tom. Go ahead, Joy.
you interrupted her for that?
Right.
Following.
Hey, Loela, let me mess up. It's going down.
I could do that though.
Ain't no telling.
No, but I'm saying like I trained training classes, was never promoted to a trainer. I filled in for my supervisors when they had surgeries and all kinds of stuff, led meetings, presented at meetings when that wasn't my job. I was not promoted in that company, not one time. I was a senior rep, but I never got anything above that. I was making more than every rep in that company because they did not want to give me a title.
Mm-hmm. They do that. They would definitely do that. And also you being a Black woman, that probably tied in there as well. They know that especially if they sense that in you. Oh, they tried that with my sister.
Mhm.
They will let you overwork you, get all that benefit because you're a great worker and you actually care about people and you get like life circumstances happen. Okay, I'm feeling, boom, boom, boom. But in their mind, they like, if she do
Right. And then the moment that I resign,
That's when your finesse game gotta be on. You have to, like me. If you looked at me, you would say, and I say it about every other podcast, if you looked at me and saw me and was like, Ken don't do nothing. All Ken do is walk around, eat people's snacks before Joy said.
yes, that was the first thing.
Going, but I'm saying, how y'all expect me to eat if y'all don't feed me? So going down to the cafeteria and just doing different things. Really, I'm not gonna lie. I'm 75% not where I'm supposed to be at work. But I get MVP every quarter. Well, not every quarter, but other people gotta win too. I can't win all the time. But and they just be like, how does the fuck he do this? And they be like, all you do is walk. I'm like, bro, but when I'm sitting, I'm working. You know what I'm saying?
You get your job done. I'm saying people don't. Okay, this is my thing. Okay, I'll be here 8 hours. Right? They got this old out model of people. People are layered. Some people could get a job done in 4 hours and have a whole nother 4 hours just not doing nothing there when they could just go home. You know what I'm saying? Or this day they might need to work 4 hours. This day maybe they got to work the whole 8. My thing is this: like with you get your job done, and then you got to waste time at this point. But you get your job done. So I feel like if anybody hating on that, I mean, what are they doing?
Right. I felt like I did a lot at that company, and then I went to my manager with an ultimatum like, look, there's these positions open and I feel like I've done enough work here where I qualify for it. Either that, I'm going to put in my resignation. And I put in my resignation because they still did not want to promote me. And then now that the job market is getting a little bit better and jobs are opening up, I keep getting messages, emails from them like, oh, this position open. But then one time I tried to apply for a position there, and they're like, oh, you're not rehirable.
They would do that. They would cop block you. They would you to come back. Julie, so tell the truth. Julie does a lot of my work.
Julie does a lot for everybody at the job. I love Julie. I appreciate Julie. She'll fuss a little bit, but she'll get it done.
Oh, she gonna fuss. I had the guilt trip her yesterday for some help. She got a can note just for me. When I asked like, Julie, I need some help, she'll be like, ask this person and that person and your lead. They're rep 4s. I'm only a rep 2.
That's hilarious.
Julie, I need some help, man. She'd be like, nah, I'm good.
No, because the questions you be asking be off the wall.
Or it's the same question every day. I'll be like, Julie, I know I asked you this question, but look, what do I do to do this here? And she'll be like, go. I'm like, oh, I got it now. I got it. I just need to do a kickstart.
Or Ken will give you half-ass information. Hey, can you look at this account? Here's the MRN. I'm like,
true too.
What do you want me to look at, Ken? Be specific.
That's true. Look at the editing. You'll know what I need. It's probably PBM.
Yeah, probably. And that I'm not well versed in.
Or a Met Group.
Well, Met Group I can help you with. But other things.
But this, what y'all talking about.
But that's, go back to the whole point of bringing it back on topic with Joe Biden is like, I totally understand why people aren't taking some of these jobs, because sometimes you really want what you want. You're not going to sell yourself short just because, it's a pandemic. I need to get something. But we didn't ask that to happen.
It's a bandit.
Trump should withheld that information because he knew months beforehand. You should blame him. And we knew, earlier maybe.
It was. Here's the thing. People be thinking COVID just fucking happened.
It didn't.
It March is when it was like, this shit real. But there was January 2020, it was already popping. So it had to have been popping in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. time, I take it seriously, but I just be like, that shit is weird to come out of nowhere. And then once it snowed here and almost and iced in Baton Rouge, COVID is over. No one talks about it anymore. Nothing. All they want you to do is get vaccine now.
See what Julie say, how she exposing you now.
I know.
But so let me double check and see if that's everything that we had about COVID. And I think it is. But let's move on to
Oh, wait. We ain't really dive into this part.
what part?
Okay, so I just want to ask: are y'all gonna get vaccinated? Okay. That being
I
said,
didn't get the flu shot. I don't like needles. No matter
I
how
don't
many people think I'm on steroids, I don't like needles.
okay.
I'm not gonna be here and just be like I'm a naturalist and all this stuff because everybody eats junk food, everybody puts stuff in their body that they shouldn't, but I don't trust the government to tell me what I need to take to
I'm
not get sick.
This soon. It's so quick.
For Joya to get the vaccine, you got to put it in some seeds or some lettuce because Joya only
Wow.
eats bird food. Hi, my name is Joya, and I eat bird food. I only eat seeds. I eat dates. I eat.
I don't think I ever had a date.
I eat anything that isn't protein. I just like to eat vegetation and I'm a herbivore.
Why are you doing it? Like,
She's a bird.
you
Hi,
don't understand.
she's a bird. I'm a bird. Joya, I'm a bird.
Okay, you got jokes.
This my
Hi,
bird.
I'm Big Ken, and the only way for me to get the vaccine is if you put it in some crawfish or a daiquiri. Put it in my hookah. I'll take it. Nah.
Don't do me that.
Nah. I bet you if the COVID vaccine was in a football, your ass would have it quick.
True.
But a lot of people getting it. But me, nope. Unless I'm forced to, and if I'm forced to, I'm just gonna find another job. I'm still wearing my mask. I'm gonna still go to work with my mask on.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this. I try to wear my mask vigilantly, but
Hey, Tom. I don't know what he was trying to say because I can't say it either. So back to you.
I can't say it, so I know you said it wrong.
I wear my mask with a purpose, but it's like sometimes I was at Buc-ee's, speaking of Buc-ee's again, and my homeboy and was talking to me at the same time, and I say, "Look, everybody, stop talking. I can't think with this mask on. I couldn't even get my damn card in the damn thing right. I'm like, I can't think with this."
Okay, so last weekend,
it's like when you turn the music down to go in parallel park. Mask on. Oh, you gotta turn your music down at the ATM like they can hear you.
Last weekend when I was traveling, I stopped at Buc-ee's on the way, like coming from like the Dallas way, and I think it was in like Baylor, like over there by Baylor, somewhere over there. That's like Waco. Round Rock.
That's Waco.
Yeah.
Waco.
Yeah. Over there.
That's the school.
I know. I said by Baylor.
I thought you meant as in the Baylor area. As that's the name of the city. My bad.
No. But I stopped there, and guess what? Nobody had mask on in Buc-ee's. I walked in with a mask, and I felt like I was overdressed. I'm like, I'm still not taking it off. And everybody was in there willy-nilly, like no mask, nothing, all around the food stuff, all in the bathrooms, everything. I'm like, I'm confused right now. But
even after this COVID stuff, I might still wear my mask.
If you go somewhere and it's not required like in Buc-ee's, you just feel like I should have it on. Because it's always 10,000 people in that place.
Yes. 10,000. It was packed. All I wanted.
Brisket sandwiches. I need pickles and onions.
Oh, so good.
Yes.
All I wanted was some candy coated, what is that? Cashews, and to use the bathroom and a bottle of water, and I was out of there.
You see that candy coated cashew seeds?
Stop.
She won't eat no food.
Shut up.
Oh, this is veggie chips. Veggie chips.
Don't come to my desk and get nothing then. How about that?
How about I can't come to your desk because your desk is at your house now?
Well, I'm talking about when I was at my desk.
I'd be in the refrigerator like, hey, let me see what you got up in here. Nothing, wine. Is it wine? And
First of all, I don't drink chilled wine.
I'm trying to be funny. Thanks a lot.
What?
Yeah, kill that vibe. Kill that vibe. Kill the whole thing. Ken would literally at work walk up to my desk, pick up my snacks, look at it, and if it was something he wouldn't like, just sling it back on my desk. Like, I don't want this shit. It's not for you.
Ken, no.
Yes.
In my defense, I have a persona to upkeep. I have a reputation that I have to. Let me take. No, here, Julie and Joya. If I came to work, hold on, Luella. If I come to work dressed up, what's going on? Are you okay? What's the problem? Are you okay? You're not wearing the tight t-shirts today. You have on the button down and some slacks. What's the problem? You okay? Or let me come to work and don't be talking to nobody. Hey, are everything all right? They want to pull me in rooms and shit. Is everything okay?
I mean, yeah, if you quiet, that is something.
But then when I'm talking, everybody be like, Ken, you need to stop that. Don't reply all on your emails and just be quiet. Don't be so abrasive. Quit calling people trash to their face. And then as soon as I'm quiet, it's a problem. What y'all want me to do?
Ken, it's about being professional in a work environment.
Here's the thing, professional is subjective.
Find a median. You know,
Yes.
Median.
Balance.
Here's the thing, I've been there 4 years. I have not got fired yet. I have not been rolled up. I was in one-on-one because I called the directors, well, the department head trash to his face. I got pulled into an office one time.
What about in the meetings?
In the office 2 times because it's something I said. She pulled me and Julie got pulled into an office over something that we were saying on the floor. It wasn't bad, but it was like it was 3 because he had left for the day. We were joking about a football game. Southern came and played UTSA, and he goes, yeah, man, Southern got teabagged last night. And me and Julie was like, hey, you guys available? And we sitting there like, why does Ben want us in the room? What did we do? And we got in trouble because somebody heard the other rep say teabag, and we engaged in the conversation.
Jesus Christ.
A third party.
Okay, Kim, but I'm talking about the stuff that you do personally, like walk up and down the aisles and say, what the F you looking at? Or when we say good morning, when everybody be like, good morning, Ken, when you walk past us, what's good about it?
Give me an answer and don't tell me you woke up this morning. Clearly you're here.
Because we alive and we got jobs.
Man, fuck that job. That's a dumbass response too. I hate that. Because you know when the department head I called trash was like, good morning, I'd be like, we need more money. That's all I say.
Wait, y'all got a Facebook page? Because somebody else popping up on here.
What you mean?
Somebody else said maybe I'm tripping podcast. Thought it was y'all, but it's not.
Yeah, somebody started one right when we did. They have it's like 5 black guys.
Something like I'm seeing a couple of them. So y'all ain't got Facebook?
We do, but we never own it.
Okay.
This just be on Kim page. All right, so let's talk about this. Ken, you heard about this one, I think from Facebook, but it was a girl, a woman, I shall say, that said that, would you allow your son to be a cheerleader?
My response to that post was, it was my homegirl, and I be trying to get her on the show because she be having some good topics, and I be trying to. I'm just now started, like when she posts something, screenshot it, so I got a lot of those topics in my phone. But it was like I knew it was a trolling type topic to pull out the over masculine man to say something stupid, because it's like, I'm gonna say this, when I was young, it may have been a thing, but me being 40 now. It's like, I just don't want him to smoke crack. Do what the hell you want to do. Just don't smoke crack, pop pills, smoke meth, any illicit drugs. I'll let marijuana slide if you can be responsible, but my son's not even like that. But I was like, I support anything you do or whatever. And I was one of the first guys to post or whatever. So surprisingly, there were a lot of men who was like, yeah, he was like, I'll take a step back. I won't like it. Then I'll be like, how much it costs? Because it's gonna come out the parents' pocket. You know what I'm saying? But other guys on there, no, we ain't doing that. This, that, and the other. You know what? If your son don't want to play sports, he probably sucks, and you know it. And secondly, it was just like then I commented like maybe an hour later, and I said, let's ask the real question: do you think boys that want to be cheerleaders are gay? That was the real question.
I'll be
I got
honest.
a lot to say about this.
I'll be honest and say I wouldn't care because, I mean, people are going to do it for different reasons. If your son, is, I would say, more feminine and he wants to do it for that reason, then that's fine. And then there's also the guys that just want to be on the cheerleading squad so they can throw some girls in the air and look up under them skirts. Because we had male cheerleaders growing up. There's male cheerleaders on Bring It On. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it has anything to do with whether or not their sexuality or what they like or anything like that. It's just more about fun, and what they want to do. So
I wouldn't care because it is different types of cheerleading too. You got to think about that. You got schools like where I grew up, we didn't have male cheerleaders. But if you go to Southern, you go to these colleges and stuff, you see these male cheerleaders and they be big sometimes. They don't be all. My thing is the perception of the cheerleader though. I said, y'all do realize like competitive cheerleading is like a sport.
It is.
And even some of these guys you feel are kind of, feminine, whatever, they be strong. They be tossing. Yeah. I mean, I didn't seen it all. So I said, I feel like I don't get how or why people attribute cheerleading to somebody's sexuality. But either way, even if your son was gay or not, like Joya said, it depends on your interest. Some people just enjoy entertaining, and it could be very, very entertaining. And also you can get a scholarship.
Exactly.
So
like if you try, I got a son graduating next week. Do anything to get into school for free because me and your mama can't afford it. The sad part is we can't afford it, and I make too much for him to put me on like applications to where he can get like there's things out there for him, but it's like if I was below the poverty line, he'd get more. But if he put me on there, my dad makes this. It's like, oh, we'll give you $5. And it's like you said, it's a sport. Like Patreon Bay said, if you can get a scholarship, do that shit. But the thing about it is, if you want to be a cheerleader and you're going, let's take the gay and the feminine out of it. Let's just take standard young man, and he likes cheerleading. He could be a gymnast, tumbler. There's no gymnastics in school. This gives him an outlet to showcase his talent. He tumbles well. He's a gymnast. We don't know if those gymnasts who are in the Olympics, if they had been cheerleaders in school and that was just their outlet to allow them to do what they do best, and they had the avenue to get to school. And that's just an ignorant mindset, an over masculine mindset to just, as soon as you say male cheerleader, you go homosexual. That is dumb. That's immature. That's fucked up. It's dumb. It's just, you just look at, if you can't, now I'm gonna say this, disclaimer. I was ignorant at one point. I was just a certain type of way, looking at something like, oh, this, that, and the other. I don't want to be around gay guys. I don't want to be. But this stopped when I was like 15 or 16. When you start going to the workplace and they're there. But back in the 90s, they weren't like in 2021. You can't look left or right without seeing someone who's homosexual, trans, cisgendered, and things like that. It's just what it is we're in today. But it's like, bro, not even grow up, just grow. Mm-hmm. If it ain't bothering you, they not trying to get with you. But anybody who always got a problem with someone being homosexual, I'll be like, why you so mad? Why you so mad?
Oh, why? You can't live in your truth, so you like mad.
And honestly, if it's not your child, why is it any of your business anyway?
Right.
But they were saying, but the question was your son.
Okay, well, yeah, if they're asking about your child, then I mean, honestly, we had them, but they were used for competition purposes because, the girls, we get tired. I mean, for like basketball games and games like that, like it was just us. We get tired of throwing other women up in the air. Shit, y'all asses be heavy sometimes. God damn it. So we had them.
You was a flyer. You 78 pounds.
Right,
No,
they always
actually,
toss you up.
first of all, I was a base and I was lifting because I was strong. Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
babe.
I was a base.
If I was a female and a cheerleader, first of all, I'd be 300 pounds. Secondly, if I seen Toya as the base, I'd be like, look, get somebody else over here because
Right, she has to go up.
I'm gonna kill somebody. I'm gonna kill somebody.
Other people did. I mean, we had all kinds of people in our cheerleader squad. We had a little person. We don't use the term midget or anything like that. But
Fun fact about me, I am attracted to little people. Well, little women. Let me say that before somebody try to cancel me. But little women, I'm like, man, she kind of thick. I can't do the one with the arms that are kind of like backwards.
Stop. Oh my god! And we went.
I don't like one, but it depends. If she got a fat ass, I'll holler.
And it's different types too. You already.
There's so many different stages. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm gonna say this: I can't go like the foot and a half. You got to at least be 2'5". You got to be at least 2'5". You got to be 2.5.
Next subject.
Yes, thank you.
About this, goddamn it, and what I'm going through in my head when I see little people.
Stop! You sound like you fetishizing. I can't even say the name. It's a fetish.
Here's the thing. Is on the show.
You ain't gotta do that. Identify it like
fetish and fantasize in the same word. She say fetishize.
I mean fetish, like a fetish.
Ken, we don't do that to guests. Don't do that.
I knew that when it came out my mouth. I said, "Whoops."
I like all people. All women.
Okay. Let's talk about Texas for a second.
Okay.
God darn gun tooting, rooting Texas. They said that we don't have to have a permit anymore to carry guns.
Okay.
That is a slippery slope. I'm gonna let LaWayla talk. You're a guest. You talk. I'm gonna stop talking.
Okay, I just got questions because I don't have a gun permit. So when you get a permit, do they gotta like ask you certain questions? You gotta prove that you know how to use this firearm properly. That's kind of the purpose. So you take that away,
True, but it's like being that I was a firearms holder for a living. I carried a weapon for a living for 10 years. Being that I went through the extensive training and things like that, it takes a certain type of person to want to be able to carry a gun because guns don't save lives. They don't necessarily protect you all the time. There's so many different variables to carrying a weapon, but to not have a permit, I don't know. I don't even know the what's the distinction? Is it concealed carry, or is it a permit to own? Is it?
I think it's
when you go to Wild Wild West.
I think it's just a permit to own because it can't.
You don't need a permit to own a gun. You just go buy them.
Right, but I'm saying I think it might have said something about concealed carry. I'm not sure. I haven't been doing my research either. But all I know is
you have to go through gun safety because to say a gun you can't sit a gun on the table and say here you go.
Right.
Doesn't understand gun safety because it's gonna be motherfuckers out here killing themselves and hurting themselves, and just a lot of people who want to carry guns want to be, I have a gun. You see my gun? You see my gun? I'm gonna tell you this. I carried a gun for 10 years every day, and I didn't feel a type of way. Even though it's like if I did get a permit and I do know gun safety, I wouldn't want to carry a gun everywhere I go. I don't understand why you have to carry a gun. It's just like here in Texas, there's different from Louisiana because I had applied for BRPD twice, but I was out of shape. And the first thing you got to do is run a mile and a half. Never could do a mile and a half. It's not far. A mile and a half is not far.
Yeah, it is the run.
You don't necessarily have to sprint. You just have to run steadily. And
What's the time? I got
if you walk, you fail, and it's under a time. You're right. But I think I was like a mile and a half in 15 minutes for me at the time when I was like 26, 27. It was like 14 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like run up the hill and run back down the hill. But it's just like as you're doing it, you're just like, I'm not a runner, so it's like I have to be running to something, running after something, running from something for me to just want to run. I just can't fix my mind and say I'm gonna go for a jog today.
Thank you.
What? I like to go for a nice little jog.
I hate running. When I say I'll enter the best shape of my life, I'm still a trash runner. I think it's my biology and how my body's set up. I'm just not a runner, but I'm built for like if you like Julia, if you was to fall out right now, I could put you on my shoulders and get you, and lug you to where you need to be, rather than somebody can run out a mile and a half, can't pick nobody up. I'm like,
right.
Y'all are, like the military and stuff. I said I couldn't do none of that because you gotta run a mile. And my sister,
they'll train you to do it. They train.
My sister barely got in.
Get there, but it's just like I don't have to carry a gun. But here in Texas, you have to go to like school, get a peace officer license, and once you get your peace officer license, you're basically the law without a job. So those guys like to wear their badges, like to wear things just overtly letting you know. Or when I first moved here, and it was just like, oh, I'm a peace officer. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm a peace officer. I'm a peace officer. Like there's so many different peace officers. There's so many peace officers here in San Antonio with no jobs, have never worked on any department. They're just peace officers. They're in a gray area of if something happens that protects them. But I'm like, why don't you just go get a job? But the thing is, that goes into people who carry. It's like, you go to school to be a peace officer, but you can't have the cognitive skills and the matureness to be able to have this power and use it properly. Because most times people not built to. Because the thing about I know how to navigate someone with the weapon because the natural citizen is gun comes out, you run away. To me, I would go towards them. I would run towards them because I know you don't know what to do if I come up on you. You can't get your gun out fast enough and let a fire off before I got my hands around your neck. Now you're fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you do it and it's just, oh shit, my goddamn, I can't get my gun out.
Yeah.
But if you train properly, you know how to boom, get it in. It's second nature. But if you don't go to those classes, what the fuck you want a gun for?
It should be mandatory though. I really do feel that. So if you don't get the permit, in order to get the permit, you got to do these classes and stuff. So if you don't have to get the permit, you don't do the class.
You have to shoot. So you have to pass a course or shooting course and gun safety, and you have to know the law. You can't go in bars. You can't go basically not even a bar. You can't go places where the alcohol sales is 51% of their income.
Okay.
So you can't go in those types of places, and then so many different places don't even allow guns in their building.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get me a.
That's what I want to talk to Joy about next. It's kind of a branch off, but you still have something to say, Ken? Okay, so actually, I've been seeing this on Black Twitter a lot. Pretty much saying for like Black women and women in general, but really Black women to carry, get a gun and learn how to use it because of all the foolishness that's going on with like sex trafficking and guys, how guys can be, when they like turn them down or something and they resort to violence trying to beat you up or something. If you had a gun or something on you, you could have been like, boop, boop, like.
My friend here, she carries a gun everywhere she goes and she be ready to pop off if anything happens.
But being ready and doing it are two different things. Everyone says we've seen so many different things that go, if this happened, I'm gonna do this. If this happened, I'm gonna do that. But where are you for these things to happen? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I get it, but
parking lot.
In total, I carried a gun for 11 years. I used to work at a security job making $7.50 an hour at where are we at? Airline and 110. You know, they had the hotel on your right. Then they got that little bullshit hotel when you go down on the service road. I can't remember the name of it. $7.50 an hour in there. I only pulled my weapon one time in 11 years. That's only.
Ken, you are
It's
also you're
black
also a
man.
male. You're also a male.
You.
A lot of times.
But people always, I'm talking about the what if this was a fifth, if I was doing this, if I was her, if I was him, I would have did this, those types of comments.
Oh.
Like, when are you in these situations? If you've never been in those situations, 9 times out of 10, you probably won't be in those situations because that's not the life you live. I'm not saying it can never happen, but you be so gung-ho when you don't have to do it.
Right. But
If
it's always
you
nice
don't do
to
it, you might freeze. You might, oh shit, you might be just stuck. And you just don't do it, or you be overzealous and get yourself in trouble.
that too, but I think
That's
for
for
the most
anybody,
part,
though.
I mean, for women, I think, I think we should carry something, whether it be mace, whether it be a firearm, whatever the case is, only because of the fact that you don't know day to day. A lot of women don't go out at night, especially now that it's COVID. A lot of people, women especially, don't go out by themselves. And I think that that's kind of unfair because a male can walk out anytime he wants. He can go anywhere he wants. He can do anything that he wants to do at any time of the day. When for women, we always have to feel like we're constantly watching our backs because we're always seen as weaker or more vulnerable to where people can take advantage of us. So
Right. And they'll try women more like us, because
Why is Patreon babe referring to himself in the third person?
Because it's hilarious. Sean has about 7 firearms. That's what you were supposed to read it like that.
Yeah.
So people can know that's watching.
Yeah.
Sean has about 7 firearms.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do, man. And I mean, who's to say, like, I'm a country girl. I like hunting and fishing and stuff.
Guns are fun. Guns are fun. The people who make guns not fun is even when I was on the job and I just run across an officer or an instructor who was just like, this bullet has this many grains of gunpowder and we can shoot this far and this far. Got the windage. I can pick. I don't like them guys who just like, I am an expert. Shut the fuck up.
But I mean, you
fight. You think if I punch you in your face right now, what are you gonna do?
He'll pull his gun out and shoot you.
No.
Pow.
No.
I mean, they can get shot just as easily too.
If I slap somebody with this paw, they're gonna be like, this motherfucker might beat my ass. I can't even get my gun out fast enough. That was quick as hell.
Speaking of paws, let's move on to our next story. There was a tiger walking around a Houston neighborhood. What would y'all do if you just walk out of your house, going about your day, getting in your car, and a tiger pulled up on you?
I stayed in the car.
Inside.
You say what?
I'm going back inside.
Hey,
tigers are fast.
I'm not supposed to be outside right now. I'm just gonna be like, hey, look, I can't leave my house. They got something outside holding me in here. But what happened to the tiger?
Right, how? I need how did it get there?
Let's see.
Because maybe you know how people be having illegal animals. What if one of them houses had it just in a cut and then it just escaped?
Apparently
hold on before you go, Joy. What I think about all the time in my just day-to-day, just going to the gas station, going to the grocery store, anywhere I'm at, I'm just like, I'm looking at people, I'm like, you look like you got a sex dungeon.
Oh,
you look like
not
you
exotic animals, but you went straight to sex dungeon.
Sex dungeon. I think that
I'm a people watcher as well.
You just doing weird. I just like you look like you just do weird shit.
Especially anytime I see I'm not trying to profile, but anytime I see
I saw your lips. I saw your lips moving.
a strange white male in a van with no windows, I automatically assume you kidnap people. You done stole a few women off the street.
Or
Right.
some animals. Maybe the tiger. In
Maybe
fact.
the tiger. But apparently, I mean, it was just a short story. It said that the tiger was on the loose in a Houston neighborhood. The police said that Monday it said Monday the owner took off before that, they arrived and could question them. So apparently someone owned the tiger and had it in their home.
I called it.
It got loose and they burnt off.
First of all, how did the tiger get out? And secondly, that was a grown tiger. That tiger was an adult.
Yeah.
Right,
What-
but you can't. Those animals are so strong and fast. That's why I say you really can't do anything when a tiger approaches you, whether you're outside or inside, because if they see you through the window, they can bust through that mug and grab you, and it's not gonna hurt them.
The thing about it was there was a cop out there. I don't know what type of. I don't know if he had a tranquilizer gun. It could have been animal control, and they looked like police officers. But he was like 10 feet from the tiger, just like standing, not behind his car, just standing there like I'm finna shoot it. And I'm like, what are you gonna do? That's like somebody like with a gun. He was in front of a tiger and did not shoot. But Carol Baskin will live forever because she said she wants the tiger. Carol,
No.
go away.
No.
You riding that fame.
Carol Baskin killed her husband.
Husband whacked them.
Hey, dude that owns Tiger King Animal Refuge says he has information on where the body is. He knows where Carol Baskin's husband is. That's a new story. They trying to ride that Tiger King wave till they can't ride it no more. Just go away. It was a great documentary. We talked about it on one of our first podcasts. Go away. We want Tiger King. We don't want Carol Baskin. We don't want none of that. We don't want whoever owns this shit now. We want the Tiger King, and that's it.
Right. But you'd be surprised how many people got illegal pets in their houses, and then when they get too much, a lot of them put them in the wild, like them pythons and them iguanas and stuff. That's why they all like in Florida, and there's so many iguanas, and they be like, y'all can go hunt them.
I don't like lizards like that, but I'm probably sure I can be around them and things like that. But when they get a certain size, I can't fuck with them.
Right? Because they assume they stay small. I'm like, no, these motherfuckers are big.
Yeah,
Brittany,
like it's gonna be cute forever.
Right.
Brittany
like,
that works with us, she has what is that?
A
bearded dragon. And it's actually cute. I went over to her house and we were feeding it blueberries and it wasn't running all over the place. He was chill. Like when you start moving too much, that's when I get scared and be like, But he was chill. He ate the blueberry out your hand. He just, had his little fat belly on the floor and, it's just chilling.
I just don't really fuck with animals. Like the thought of a dog, I think dogs are cute and stuff like that, but to own one and be in my house constantly and I got to get it, take it to bed and all that and clean up behind them. I'm like,
black people don't take dogs to vets. They have dogs for 10 years. That dog ain't seen the inside of a doctor's office. Chained to a tree his entire life. Then go out and buy a $10,000 dog and feed it the wrong dog food and it die in a week.
Right. Just like your dog was eating boudin. No,
Desperate times. Look, last night she had chicken and rice with me. Desperate time called for desperate because I didn't want the chicken no more. I didn't want to throw it away. So I'm like, here, you can have it. But it's like, hold on, what were we talking about? Oh no, we were in the middle of a goddamn snow blizzard of 2021, and we had to do what we had to do. I ain't had no gas to go nowhere. Everything was closed. I ran out of dog food. I say, babe, you about to eat this boudin with me. She loved it. She loved it.
Well, speaking of dogs, we have another story about an animal. And there was a post that was made that said that a Chihuahua is facing the death penalty if found guilty of biting a woman. Poor Chihuahua. I don't mean to laugh at it.
The whole caption is trash.
It's
But
just the way they worded it. Like, this dog is really on trial, facing the death penalty. Like,
but then that goes like, okay, we're in a pandemic and we need a story, so we're gonna say the dog's on death row. Most
right.
dogs who bite people are euthanized. That's just what it is. But the fact that it's a goddamn Chihuahua who do Chihuahua bites are more prevalent than because I'm a pit bull owner.
Yeah, they bite.
If your dog goes and bite somebody, I can just hang it up. I know my dog's gone. But just because it's Chihuahua, is sentenced to death. There's no fucking trial.
Because they consider the smaller, like, lap dogs, purse dogs cuter and all that stuff, but those dogs are really aggressive. I've never ever been yapped at by a large dog. I've always been yapped at by a small dog.
Yeah, think about it though, because they're small, they have this ego, they have to have this macho-ness, and also, if most likely they've been spoiled all their lives, so they might have this behavior to get what they want. So when they get around other people, they be like, if you don't get this, I would freaking punch this dog. Okay, I would poop, field goal, like, get that dog away from me. But I feel like
most people won't kick it.
Euthanized, you know, nobody died.
I mean, I think they worded it like that too because of the fact that you only get so many chances when your dog bites people.
Yeah.
So I think it's to the point where it's like, let me see how I can word this. Sometimes people just really honestly don't like their neighbors' animals. They may bark all the time. They may poop on their yard. They may just be hating on them in general. So it's like, I'm going to just say this dog bit me.
Yeah.
Get rid of it.
But the thing about it is, I don't like the stigma. Being that I am a pit bull owner, my dog is, it looks intimidating.
Right.
Like, say, like, if a Chihuahua's on the loose, you're going to look at the Chihuahua and be like, damn, they got somebody's dog out there. But if my dog's on the loose, they're going to be looking like, look at that killer on the loose. She's going to kill somebody.
That's true.
And she's not even that big. She's a small one.
Your dog is...
Like, you know, the media, how the persona of pit bulls and like Rottweilers and all them, it's just the perception, even though you still should be cautious. If I got a pit roll up on me quickly, I'm gonna be scared just off top. Not just because it's a pit, it's a big dog coming at me. I'm just like,
right. It's any big dog, but most people just be like, pit bull killer.
Right, because they have all of the rumors and everything, but
they're the African Americans of dogs.
Pretty much.
Ooh.
Your dog is a big ass Hawaiian roll.
My dog is not big.
But I'm just saying, like, compared to a Chihuahua, you know, who might be a little, you know, Iron Man or some shit, because they are, to me, they're more aggressive. But your dog looks like fucking the Hulk, but is a big ass Hawaiian roll. She's a soft ass dog. Like,
oh, I had a dog. It was a pit bull mixed with bull mastiff.
Oh yeah, you had a straight killer. Straight killer.
My dog, really was my big brother dog. He was trying to fight him. He was like, "No, nigga, our dog now." But no, he was a baby. He used to follow us to school, and then he would walk back to the house. He would, and people was like, "I'm like, he ain't gonna do nothing to y'all. Trust it. He been doing this for like months. He ain't bitten out there one of y'all. He good." So yeah, it's like a perception thing, and I get it. You see a big dog coming at you or something, it's like maybe they go to killer and stuff. But I watch a lot of Animal Planet and stuff like that, so I didn't ever really, my mind don't jump to that unless I'm like walking from school and I see this dog, we walk past and he always be barking at us, and then one day he's loose and you like, he's gonna try to kill us today.
I remember I never rode the bus to school at this one school I went to, but one day it was like the first day of school and I had to walk past this yard. They had 3 mutts and I could not get past the yard because the dogs was barking at me and shit. Dogs probably couldn't get out. I missed the bus that day. And they were just dogs I didn't know.
Right, but see, with me, it was more so I knew certain dogs were aggressive because me and my siblings used to walk around a lot, and it always was trying to get us. And then one day it was loose, and
You
we
know
just
what's
said,
crazy?
"It's loose."
Be talking about
man,
stray dogs and shit. Stray dogs really ain't built. We don't have the same stray dogs as we did when we was coming up because we always had that dog, always fucking, always pregnant. We don't know where the puppies go, but the dog always got titties. You see the dog with loose titties in about 20 years. Where are the dogs with the loose titties?
You know what it is,
being
Kim?
euthanized. They're being
You-
euthanized. They're catching them and they.
Where
You
is
know-
I didn't know a dog catcher till I moved. I had a teammate that was a dog catcher, and I'm like, how did you get that job? He was a dog catcher, badge and everything, like looked like police. I'm like, but I don't see no stray dogs that just be out here pregnant. I don't see loose titty dogs no more. Where are the loose titty dogs at?
You know what else that I don't see no more? The dogs that will tear up your car. You remember the dogs used to just be
Right.
waiting at the stop sign or at the light. They just run out when you stop, just to pull your bumper off or bite at your tires.
Where are the stray dogs at? You
They
see a-
getting got. They getting got. People might be scooping them
But
up.
we literally had two neighborhood dogs growing up, stayed pregnant, stayed loose titted. I don't see them no more. I don't see them.
That's why they either. I'm telling you, it's the laws. They got more people, riding around picking up dogs, and it's some people hoarding dogs. They all in somebody's house.
But the thing
You're
is,
gonna end up on an episode of Hoarders one day. They just end up in there.
Exactly.
or my 600 pound life, because they always got a dog.
They always got dogs.
You can't take care of yourself, but you got a damn dog.
Mhm.
You can't
The
wash.
dog.
You can't wash your hands.
Speaking
So
of
you know the dog-
chihuahuas, Joya. Oh, Joya. Speaking of chihuahuas, I seen this funny thing yesterday.
Oh,
Okay,
Lord.
apparently some boy, right? His parents got one of them ring bells, whatever. So all they had footage of was when their son just came outside. He had a chihuahua in his hand. He was like, no one is out here. Okay, you keep barking. There's no one out here. I need to send it to you. It's so funny. And I was like, he must always be barking. And the boy got fed up. He was like, I done had it with this little dog. And I'm like, that's why I don't think if I was to get a dog, it wouldn't be no little dog like that.
I think it has to do with the owners too, and just training it. I had a small dog. It was a miniature dachshund, a little weenie dog, and I miss you, Charlie. I love you. But he never really barked a lot. He was spoiled as hell, and he did have small dog complex, but we kind of had it under control. He just wanted to be everywhere that we were. And anytime somebody would leave the house, he knew he wanted to jump in the car and just be having his tongue wagging out the window. That's what he liked. So, but he wasn't a bad dog. He was just spoiled.
Oh, one of my lifts had a parrot. She had a parrot, her whole cage.
You say one of your MILFs?
No,
Lyft.
Lyft driver.
Lyft driver.
Liv. Oh, Liv. I thought you said your MILF. I'm like,
No. No.
Kim,
No.
slow down on the drinking.
Slow
Kim.
down, please.
and she takes a
I'm
sip.
ears to work. No, but she had like a cage, right? It was in her passenger side. And her parrot was named Stella Rosa. And I was like,
So you was in the car with a drunk.
no, it was this old white lady. She was showing me, oh, this is my
But if
grandbaby.
you name your dog Stella Rose, that's the name of a wine.
Exactly. That's why I was killing myself laughing. I was taking pictures.
Drunk.
I was like, I gotta show people this. quick. I was like, hey, I mean, it was just there in the front seat. All she had it buckled to the cage.
It might have been her therapy dog, and
It was a parrot. It was a parrot.
here's the thing: you can have a miniature horse as a therapy dog.
I know it was. She said it was a what's this?
Support
Dog?
animal. ESA.
Support animal. Yeah. And
I
then
think
she
I'm gonna
got
get
five.
me one. I'm gonna get me a support animal.
My
What
dog
would
is a
you
support animal. I remember my dog ran away for a week. When she ran the first day, I felt like crying, but I had to be a real nigga and suck that shit up, And then when my homeboy called me and say, "Man, your dog came back," I wanted to cry again because I was like, "Man, I got my dog back. I need my dog." My dog is emotional support too. Registered. She is prescribed to me because her bird is probably prescribed to her like medicine. That's how.
You had a whole certificate. certified. But Joya, what would you get? A dog or just a weird animal like a bearded dragon?
No, I would get a hedgehog.
And I'm done.
Here's the
What?
thing. When you ask the question, I know it's gonna be some bullshit. She'd have probably I'd have got a walking
A
stick.
hedgehog?
I want a walking stick.
Yeah.
What do hedgehogs eat?
Mealworms. They eat
Okay.
bugs and stuff. Mealworms,
Yeah.
veggies,
She's
fruit.
done the research.
you know.
She's
I was
going to
telling-
have a hedgehog.
Because I watch Animal Planet.
Yeah, they were actually on sale here in San Antonio for like $125 at this exotic pet shop. And I started to go get one like a year ago. And then I was like, I don't know. The only reason why I wouldn't get one is because they're nocturnal. So they're more for people who be up at night, you know. And while I'm sleeping, you can't be knocking on that cage. I'm sorry.
Fuck that. I had a hamster once. His name was Teddy. He lived 3 years.
Oh,
I had plenty of hamsters. I had Pinky and Cotton, which we thought they were both boys. Come to find out they wasn't, and had 13 babies that got ate by the cat.
Damn.
All except 2. And then yeah, we got rid of those. We were living in North Carolina at the time, and then when we moved to Louisiana or back to Louisiana, I got a hamster. Her name was Muffin because she would look like a little muffin at the top. But yeah, we had her for like at least 3 years, and then she died during Hurricane Katrina.
Damn. I had a gerbil once. Didn't have a name, I don't think. I was too young. But my grandma
poor.
put a book over the breathing hose, and she suffocated and died. I don't know if it was he or she.
I had all these pets, and I'm just like,
But then I had my son's mother. Here's the thing. We all dated people on and off and things like that. And sometimes you date people and you don't know who you're dating. So we were dating it was a beginning. And when we first started dating, she had hamsters. I'm like, oh, I have hamsters too. And her hamsters was like fucking. They was having babies. So babies everywhere. They would like give them away or sell them or something like this. But I found out she was in high school. I was fucking dating Hamster Girl because I was dating a girl who would bring her hamsters to school in her pocket. Who the fuck's bringing their hamsters? I bully people like you.
Oh,
Dating you
no.
with Hamster Girl?
No.
Hamster Girl. She would bring them to school. I'm like, what the fuck did I get myself into? But we started dating, and then her mom was like, hey, these hamsters are too much. And they just let them go in the neighborhood.
Hamsters are wild in Russia, and they aggressive.
I know, but I'm just like, in Baton Rouge, in
Right,
Ghost Town.
They didn't last long.
She lived in Ghost Town / Boot Town, which we don't know where the boundaries are. So it's like Ghost Town is a street, then Boot Town's the next street just because they want to be different. But I'm just like, where are those hamsters today?
They're dead.
And
they died the same day.
In a cat's belly. That's where they was.
Cats eat hamsters. Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, I had a lot of pets growing up. I had I think it was a golden retriever. Her name was Simba. Simba ate my mama arm off of her sofa. My mama got rid of him so fast.
Yeah. You gotta go.
Being older, and we had a German Shepherd. We were young, and we had a German Shepherd. I don't know who the dog was for, because the dog was there before me, and the dog's name was Nazi. It took me to be an adult to realize German Shepherd named Nazi.
Nazi. I got it immediately.
The 80s was a weird time. I'm like, that was the most bullshit that we own this goddamn dog named Nazi. And the funny thing about it was he had some pals. And going to stray dogs and where they at today, he had some buddies that would run from behind. We were in this house, there was a street, other house. That's usually how neighborhoods work. There's a street between houses across the street. They would run from behind this house, just stand there and look. Nazi would look at us, jump the fucking fence and leave, and then eventually come back.
He went to party with his buddies.
I kept fucking that dog with them titties. He is a deadbeat dad. I bet he is.
Deadbeat dad.
Wasn't that dog with them titties?
Lady and the Tramp, huh?
Man,
The dog name was Nazi, and it was a German Shepherd.
Mm. I had a pet. I had a Dutch rabbit. I had a pet bunny, and his name was Milo. He was so cute too.
I think they ate that rabbit, but he had the rabbit for a little while. Never lived with us. It was with my mom's friend who she took care of, and bought my son a rabbit. He saw the rabbit all of maybe 5 or 6 times, and then eventually the rabbit was gone. I think we had it for dinner one day.
I mean, you don't name the ones that you're gonna eat. So
right.
if it didn't have a
I
name,
the rabbit. I never met the rabbit. I was in Texas.
oh, okay. Well, if it didn't have a name, then 9 times out of 10 it was food.
Oh my gosh.
But or I would get a mini pig. If not
a pig?
like a little
Might-
mini. Yeah.
Piglets are baby pigs that turned into hogs at one point. Mini
Well.
pigs is mini pigs. You want a pot belly pig,
Yeah.
which still
Be a piglet. And then
Okay,
it
so
grows.
here are my top animals, right? If I had to get a support animal, right, I would get the hedgehog, the pig, or I would get a pygmy goat. The ones that
Okay.
pass out
Gloria.
when you yell.
Sweetie.
who wants
You
a
can't potty train. I mean, train like to go to the bathroom, a pig. I think you can, but it might take a lot of effort.
No, they said
Not
pigs
so.
are. They say pigs are like dogs. You can train them like dogs. So
pigs are smarter than dogs?
yeah.
I seen somebody in Walmart. He had a little pig. I don't know, was it a micro pig or was it just a piglet?
That's so cute.
But it was a random day. We was going in and he had it. We was like, oh, that is so cute. And I was like, it's probably gonna grow to be very disgustingly ugly. So I'm just like, okay, you're cute now. And I was like,
If you take care of them, pigs. We're thinking of the
I'm
pigs,
sorry. Mm.
pigs in the slop and in the hog farms.
Yeah.
We're thinking about that. But if you take care of a pig, pigs are actually clean.
Yeah, they
And
don't sweat. They don't
They
stink.
only roll in mud to stay cool.
Yeah.
Other
I
than
know all that. I watch Animal Planet. I don't want none. I think they are not cute.
The only reason why I say I couldn't do the pig is because I would feel so guilty about cooking bacon for breakfast in the morning, and you looking at me like while I'm cooking on the stove, like
You don't want some.
you want a dog, you eat hot dogs.
that ain't dog.
It's not, dog.
You
Well,
you eat Chinese food.
we not doing that. Nope.
No,
We're not doing that. Mm-mm.
well, I was gonna say something, but I don't want to get canceled. But
Man, let's talk about cancel culture before we wrap up right quick.
okay,
How do y'all feel about the term? This is gonna be a two-part. Man, this might be another whole nother show because I can go on for days because I get triggered. But we were talking about people doing things, and it's like doing things for clout for one, and then doing things and then instantly wanting to just end people's careers. I have an issue with people who just like, I'm gonna get you fired. Why is that the thing? Just like if you have terrible service, you want to get them fired. But there was a comedian, I can't remember his name. It was quick. I caught this at the end of the day, and he had an opener who was Asian, and the Asian did his thing and killed and this, that, and the other. And then the opener came up and rode the wave of him being Asian and used a racial slur. I don't want to do the quotes. I don't want to, don't cancel me, please. But he said chink. So he used chink to describe an Asian. The joke was funny. People laughed, but the guy who he got to open for him, which is if a main attraction gets you to open, he's hiring you to work. So the person who's paying you made an off-putting joke, which worked. But the Asian comic went straight to Twitter and had a problem with it. Instead of coming to him and saying like, "Hey man, I didn't like what you said. Don't do that no more." And this, that, and the other. He went straight to Twitter, and now the internet is working towards trying to get him canceled. I don't like it. The power of ending someone's way of making money or making them look bad in the public of, I could say, a mistake or a mistimed gesture. Now, us being black, we have white friends, and you know they would never say the N word, but I don't want to take it to the extreme of the N word. And not saying, not marginalizing anyone else in their racial slur, but it's like, especially as black people, we call motherfuckers crackers and coon is a racial slur, honky,
Oh, I call a black person a coon quick.
peckerwood, and all
I
types
don't
of
even
different.
know that other stuff though.
There's a documentary about coon too on Amazon Prime. I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
But why? What's up with just wanting to just like someone makes a mistake and you eventually just want to say, like, especially celebrities or even us as content creators, you may say something on your Twitch stream, Luella or Joya, or we may say something on our podcast, and motherfuckers just be like, Luella did this, cancel her. And especially if it's somebody you know, how you feel about cancel culture in that aspect?
Well,
Okay. Yeah.
I'll say this. It was wrong of him to go to Twitter first before he had a conversation with the comic. I know that comedy is subject to the laughs that you get.
Yep.
So if genuinely it was just comedy, then he should understand that sometimes things might be inappropriate. People might say things out of line, but that's just comedy.
But
You
then
know what I'm saying?
he's also white, but his comedy background is roasting and talking about different things. So if he's white, his audience mostly white. And before he went to that, he was going ham on white people laughing at off-putting jokes and basically like, look, we do this, da 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 da. Then he said what he said, they laughed, and then he didn't like it. After he'd already went in on white people. He went in on white people first.
Oh, hey,
And
okay.
then went to the chink joke, to the Asian joke before they cancel us. Went to the Asian joke, and the guy went to Twitter. Then he reached out to him. He won't answer his calls, won't do nothing. So he used it as an opportunity to capitalize. That's pussy to me.
I
Yeah.
mean, the main thing that I think that would probably end racism in this country is that if we all had conversations about how we really felt about each other. That's the only way that we're going to ever get some type of resolution or that we can come to some type of understanding, because you know, it's kind of like the, you know, the Joyner Lucas song. If you look at that video or listen to the lyrics, is, you know, it's very stereotypical white preference versus a very stereotypical black preference. You know what I'm saying? So people might feel some type of way about another race or think this, you know, based on stereotypes and based on things that they were taught over time, when that is probably not even the case 100% of the times, or at least 95% of the time. So by him doing that, I think, like you said, he used it to capitalize off of it, or probably even making it a bigger issue than what it might have been. I'm not going to downplay anybody's hurt or, you know, how they feel about racial slurs against their own race, but at the end of the day, they could have had a conversation about it, and he could have still worked with that other comedian and still capitalized off of it. They could have made it a whole big thing.
This just happened. This not nothing that's old. This just happened, like within the week. But he capitalized because it's Asian Awareness Month too.
It is.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's a lot of, you know,
all these months. Here's the thing: we need to stop having all these awareness months and just be aware.
Right.
Because it's Mental Health Awareness Month too. It's Asian Awareness Month too. What the fuck we need these months for? And I just got pissed off. Just as I was saying. I just got pissed off because all these awareness months are coming into play basically on the heels of Black History Month. So we've had Black History Month for however long, which isn't even Black History Month, but everybody wants a fucking month now. What the fuck? Just be aware.
The problem is that all of these months, especially Black History Month, it's supposed to open doors for other cultures to learn about Black history or about Asian culture or about
Mhm.
mental health and things like that. But really, only the people who identify with those races or cultures or someone who may have mental health is the only one that's being aware about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
Mhm.
problem.
That's what I was thinking. Yep.
Because Black
That's
History Month
definitely.
come around, we quick to, learn something new or, read a new book by a Black author that we never read before, or learn something about our history or find out a little piece more about our heritage or lineage or, things like that. But it's us that's doing it. Shouldn't people outside looking in be the ones to learn about that stuff
Yeah.
during that designated month? That's the problem.
We haven't named this awareness month, so they don't do it. But I'm just like, but the whole cancel thing just bothers me. It's just people do anything for clout and just try to. I'm gonna say this: my feelings are hurt more often than people think they are, or I'm bothered by things more often than people think I am. But it's like I take the time to ingest what happened, try to rationalize, and then I come to a conclusion to get over it. Not necessarily gonna get all the way over it, but if it's something that really fucks with me, hey man, that's fucked up. Hey man, don't do that. Hey man, next time you could probably do this like this. But it's just like, but people do black jokes a lot without even saying the N word, but it's just like, is if it's funny, it's funny. But like to cancel somebody, it's just like that's crazy.
It's like it's comedy, and at the end of the day,
Yeah.
if people can't make light of or say things in a comedic way, then they're not letting them do their job. If you don't want to potentially hear something that you might be offended by, don't go to a comedy show, because niggas will roast you from
Yeah.
the stage and you
Yep.
sitting in the audience. That's
And
you
yeah.
bought the ticket. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You can't get mad at them for that. You know what I'm
And then
saying? Just like
they track history a lot of times. So a
right.
lot of times this be like off the dome. They just taking your energy or something, and it's like on the spot. So if like I ain't really get to talk yet,
Go
but
ahead.
he had like what Joya said, like especially if he considered this guy or whoever this comic was a friend, um when it happened and the set was over, he should have pulled him to the side and stuff instead of going straight to Twitter. And that pretty much was like, that simply was for clout. You can't tell me otherwise, because if that really bothered you to that extent, you was going to address it. Because if you addressed it, he might be like, you know what, I actually apologize. Like, boom, boom, boom. It was in the moment. And I really normally don't even say that word or something like that.
He said it wasn't off the dome. He was riding the wave of the audience,
Exactly.
and it was
So
the dumb thing. So what you're saying is absolutely true.
yeah, so I feel like in that case, especially being in comedy and stuff, and I guess I don't know if they supposed to consider each other friends. He should have talked to that comedian afterwards, and then if he then was like, oh, I can say whatever I want and I say it again, then you could have been like, oh, okay, I'll make him check his Twitter now. But that being his initial response, no. But cancel culture, I do believe, can be good sometimes, especially when people with behavior that's consistent and it's like damaging. I feel like it can come into play, but I feel like now it's being very what's the word? Saturated with cancel this person. I'm like, some of these instances, these people legit made a mistake, and a conversation is all they needed to have. And they legit probably apologize sincerely. And you trying to end their career, it's like there was a learning experience, especially in the age of social media. And it so happened it got caught on camera when a lot of y'all make a lot of mistakes, and you better be glad you didn't come up in the age of cameras and stuff like that. So with some people you need to give grace to, but in certain some people do need to get counseled.
I'm not gonna lie, it hurt me with what happened with Doja Cat, because
Oh,
before
I know.
before all of that happened, I was like repping. I was like, Juicy is a bop, is my bop, whatever. You know, she was getting bigger. I love the fact that she's a woman that produces her own music and writes for herself and everything, and comes up
Her
with
performances too.
right, these crazy concepts. And then when that happened to her, you know, I was like, you know, I understand why they want to cancel her. And she did apologize for it. But my thing is this: the best apology is change behavior.
Thank you.
So don't do it again and redeem yourself and be like, you know what? I was young and dumb. I was out here wilding. I was, you know, trying to make a name for myself. I was early in my career, whatever the case was. And people do crazy things to get where they want to go. They clout chase and do all kinds of things to get where they're trying to get. But when it hurts people, you got to change that, and you got to be consistent. And that's the only way that you can get forgiveness. But it has to be something drastic, you know, like that. But I get what Ken's saying too, is like people just use that to hurt people as well. And sometimes people don't deserve to be canceled for certain things, and people either read too much into it, or maybe one person was the most offended and then everybody jumped behind that person, and then now it's a whole big thing. And just like you said, social media can make the smallest thing the biggest thing quick. So
but my thing is, when you see certain things or whatever, it's like, how offended were you really?
They really wasn't. Some people,
you know what I'm saying? Like, how offended were you? What was it just like debilitating and just like, oh my God, I can't. Oh my God, angry. I can see that. I'm just saying, like, going back to being black, like somebody says like the N-word at work, I don't know what I'll do. I can say that I probably won't be like just
HR. That's all.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, but Joy, you know, we have a group. We got a small group of people who are easily offended and always got a problem with something. And it's just like, or that one young lady who always has a problem with something. I'm sitting there like, why are you doing this? Why are you so sensitive? Not mitigating nobody's sensitivity, but I'm just like,
because I feel like this
got mad because of just something someone was doing. It was nothing out of the way. It was nothing that hurt nobody. She just did not like it and reported it. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, she went to HR.
They reported on me because I would wear shorts on the weekend, because it's basically like free dress. I would wear slides and shorts, and they just be like, I don't like that he wears shorts. Granted, my knees are exposed, but I guess they were saying my shorts are too short.
My thing is this: when I think about someone being canceled appropriately, I always think about, how is it affecting me personally? Is it harming me in any type of way? Does it set, you know, the goals that we have set for us as Black people going forward in the world? Is it going to set us back? Is it going to hurt me? Is it going to take money out of my pockets? Is it, you know, going to upset me about something personally? If the answer is no, I don't really care. If it's yes, then I can see how the person may deserve to be canceled. Now, you, as an example, wearing shorts on the weekend, it's free dress. You know what I'm saying? You're not really being seen by people at work anyway, except the one supervisor that's probably on duty and the few people that signed up to work overtime on the weekend. How is that a problem? How is that hurting anybody?
Right.
Here's the thing. It didn't even get back. It was me and another person. The one young lady I used to train, not the Black girl, the other girl that I don't talk to anymore. But they had a problem with what she wore, and they had a problem with what I wore. And they tried to lump us together because I think they didn't like her and put us together. And it was just like, I heard it through the grapevine, but we never got talked to. She got talked to, but I didn't get talked to because, you know, she gets out of hand.
It was
on regular days.
It sounds like what it was is that she had a problem with the chick, and in order for her to have some type of retaliation effect or some type of leg to stand on in reporting that girl to do something to her, she had to lump everybody in, and that doesn't seem right.
Right.
So, you know,
It was
you just
only
have to look at it. You just have to look. I mean, if I ever work on the weekend, when I did work on the weekends and came into the building, I wore pajamas.
I'm gonna tell y'all something more when we get off the air, when we wrapping up at the end. I'm gonna tell y'all more about the shorts, but after we get off the air.
I don't want to hear about your shorts.
No, I'm gonna talk about it, but it's
Did you have lotion on? Maybe your knees was
Oh
ashy.
no. They lucky I had on socks.
I think I know what Ken is talking about, and that's male lingerie. You cannot be wearing that outside, Ken. Were they gray?
There's more to that too. There's more. But
That's what I'm saying. See?
I gotta run because I gotta be somewhere at 10, but I'm gonna wrap it up. But man, Luela, thank you so much for finally coming on. We're going to have you again.
This is my second time.
Damn, you know him before? Here's the thing. I only think about that one person that was on that I just don't like. that traumatized me. But Luela, you need to be a part of the show on a regular basis because I like you and we're all cool and we all follow the same types of people. So and you're from Baton Rouge. So and I'll be in Baton Rouge.
I'm from Baton Rouge. I'm from Louisiana. I'm not from Baton Rouge.
Where are you at right now?
I'm in Bossier City.
I'm you live in Baton Rouge.
No.
I lived in BR for years. I recently moved to Shreveport last year. And then I moved to Bossier this year.
One time we FaceTime or something, and you were in Baton Rouge, like you was getting some sort of background check, wasn't it? Or some paperwork? We were talking about who knows? It could have been somebody else. I apologize.
Wow.
I can't keep up no more. But we talked on the phone before a long time. I don't know. I got CTE because I play football, semi-professional, might add. But this has been another episode of Maybe I'm Tripping with Big Ken
and Joy of the Boxing Queen.
Yeah, beat up Cloud Village. Yeah.
I want to say thank you so much to our special guest, Luela, the artist, for stopping by. Go ahead and plug in your information. Tell them where they can find you at. Tell them what you do, how you do it, how you live.
Okay. So you see my name here, Luela. If you add "the" with 2 E's and artist, you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitch. If you like the game, I like the game. I stream. So if you have a Facebook and don't have a Instagram, you can just watch me on there. I have a YouTube page. So subscribe to my YouTube page, which is my name, Luela Golden. Trying to get my subscribers up. But yeah, I do art, but I kind of on hiatus. But I mainly game. But follow me on Instagram though, Luela the artist.
Yes, and she is a wonderful artist, beautiful work. And she is currently playing God of War, which has been so much fun. She has played through all of them.
Yes.
And then now she is starting the final one, and it is so much fun. The graphics are beautiful. She be on there tripping. Don't be knowing where to go sometimes, but she be figuring it out.
Hey, the part I watched, she was trying to go somewhere. She's like, I did everything I need to do. Then she had to go back. This how I'm telling you, I'm watching. Because you had to go fight that monster and had to kill all the fireballs before they hit the ground. I was there.
I was like, yo. But see, Joy, is a new one coming out called God of War Ragnarok. So I'm trying to catch up. So I'm going to get done with that one. When that one drop, I'm going to be like,
let's get it. But thank you guys so much again for joining us. Make sure you check us out on Maybe I'm Tripping Podcast. That is at Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch now. So guys, go ahead and check that out. You can find me on Twitch and on Instagram under The Lazy Cajun. If you want to check out my gaming as well. Ken, tell them what you got going on, what you do, how you do it, how you live.
You know how it is. Mr. BR Crawfish, straight drop, no sauce, every Saturday. I bought every day this week because I'm getting ready. My son's graduating high school next Wednesday.
Wow.
So getting a little extra money. I got me a real young adult right now going into the world. But Mr. BR Crawfish, Texas Ravens, we playing a very big game this Saturday at Wheatley Sports Complex at 7 o'clock. If you're in San Antonio, come out and support. Big game. Big game. But that's all I got, man. Cooking and football. That's it.
Shout out to Big Lil Ken for the graduation.
For sure, man.
Smart young man right there. Smart young man. Tell him get his Twitch up and running because he likes gaming too.
Oh, my little brother graduating soon too. I gotta send him some money.
Right?
From high school.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, y'all have a great night and thank you for joining us for another episode. Maybe I'm tripping. We out.
Peace.
Bye.